It's the story with more tentacles than the love child of a kraken and an octopus. The defamation trial of Brittany Higgins wrapped up this week. This was the action brought in the Supreme Court of Western Australia by Higgins' former boss, Senator Linda Reynolds. She was a minister in the ScoMo government. Senator Reynolds' lawyer, Martin Bennett, did his summing up at the end of the trial, and he really let rip. He wants the judge to rule that Linda Reynolds was grossly defamed by Higgins in a bunch of social media posts, and he's asked for a permanent injunction to stop her writing or saying anything about Senator Reynolds in the future. He told the court that Ms. Higgins is plainly inseparable from her truth, a concept that's factually devoid of actual truth, unquote. He said that if she isn't restrained, she'll continue to proclaim her truth in the book that she's received more than $300,000 to write and the associated TV and film rights. But most importantly for us as taxpayers, the Australian newspaper reports that Mr. Bennett told the court that it should, quote, nail the lies spread by Brittany Higgins, spelling out what he said was a demonstrably false statement used by Brittany to get her $2.5 million government payout. During the trial, Bennett claimed that Higgins had secured that big government payout based on a statement that was, quote, complete rubbish and which contained a mishmash of errors. The payout and the statement were all about the claimed mishandling of Higgins' rape allegations by Senator Reynolds and the Morrison government. Reynolds says this was all part of an orchestrated plan to go after her and the government. Speaking outside court to reporters, Senator Reynolds says it was important to note that she has never doubted or contradicted Higgins' rape allegations, saying the whole point is that she did everything she could to support Brittany, as ABC News reported this week.
At its heart also lies the suggestion Senator Reynolds tried to cover up Ms. Higgins' allegation for political expediency, something that the senator, with a track record of advocacy for women, took very personally.
I think it's important to note that I've never doubted or contradicted. In fact, I did everything I could to support her allegations.
Senator Reynolds went on to say that this case is not about the allegations and the finding of rape, but it's about what was said and what was alleged about her actions and those of Fiona Brown, her then Chief of Staff, and her fellow Liberal Senator, Michaela Cash, and what she described as false allegations of a cover-up of a rape. Bennett also highlighted the rather nasty text messages about Senator Reynolds that were sent between Higgins and her now husband, David Shiraz, back at the time. But Senator Reynolds had to take weeks off work to go to hospital after the stress of Higgins' accusations flared up her heart condition. The couple texted each other with messages reading, "Wow, she's done. You don't take 3 weeks off and come back," and "Suck shit, Linda, you awful human."
Sent after Senator Reynolds was admitted to hospital following her collapse in the Senate.
If you can just give me a minute.
Her lawyers told the court the messages revealed a coordinated plan by Mr. Shiraz and Ms. Higgins to weaponise the rape allegation to damage the senator and the then Liberal government.
That's how ABC News' Rebecca Trigger reported it, nice and straight and neutral. Congratulations. The closing comments from Linda Reynolds' side followed the closing from the Higgins side earlier this week. Higgins' lawyer, Rachel Young, said that Senator Reynolds should not be launching a defamation action against a young female rape victim who'd gone public to try to make Parliament House a safer workplace. She pointed to the senator's leaking of confidential documents to the media and her description of Ms. Higgins as a lying cow as examples of her harassment of her client. She told the court that Brittany's motivation was not malice, but to sincerely bring awareness to the issue of sexual assault in the workplace. And she said it was Brittany, not Linda Reynolds, who'd paid the highest price. Her ongoing mental health issues meant she couldn't give evidence at this defamation trial. Just regarding that lying cow statement, Senator Reynolds said it was made in response to Higgins' claims about the handling of the allegation by Senator Reynolds, not about the rape allegation itself. Higgins threatened the senator with defamation over that comment at the time, and the matter was settled out of court with Reynolds paying $10,000 to a charity. It's going to be a while before we get a ruling in this case. Justice moves very slow in Australia. Some would say so slow that it might not even be just in some cases. In this case, we can expect to wait months. The judge hasn't set a date for the judgment. private internet access is terrific. With all the big government clampdown on online speech lately, you are taking a big risk if you don't have a VPN. That's a virtual private network. And it blocks spying eyes in big government or big corporate from seeing your IP address and hacking into your data. Now, it's super easy and cheap to set it up. It's not technical, even I could do it. And even if you already have a VPN, you should consider switching to these guys, because since I have had zero reduction in my internet speeds, which was a bit of a problem with the one I was using before. And I don't even have to think about this one. It's just on automatically whenever I turn on my computer. And even better news is that the other side has secured a special deal for you, which will get you set up for 83% off the usual price and with 4 months free. And get this, that brings the price down to less than $3 a month. It is absolutely amazing. So jump on it now, sign up to our special deal, and help support us by supporting our sponsors. piavpn.com/otherside. piavpn.com/otherside. If you like that clip, there's more where that came from in our full show, The Other Side. You can watch it right here, the latest episode. And please subscribe to our channel by pressing the subscribe button right here or down here. And remember to click that notification bell too. It all helps. Join us and become part of The Other Side.